Today, most people believe that India was named Bharat after King Bharata. But according to several ancient traditions, the story begins much earlier. Much earlier. According to ancient Indian cosmology, human civilization did not begin with kings and kingdoms. It began with Manu, the primordial ancestor from whom humanity is said to have emerged. Ancient texts describe Manu as the founder of the first human lineage after creation. From this lineage came generations of people who spread across the land and established the earliest human settlements. Now here is where the story becomes interesting. Certain traditional interpretations explain that these early descendants were associated with the word Bharata. In these traditions, the root Ba is the light, radiance, and the life-giving power of the sun, as per Sanskrit texts. As these communities expanded and flourished, the land inhabited by them came to be known as Bharata Varsha, the land of the Bharatas. This means that according to this interpretation, the name Bharat did not originate from a later king. Instead, the king inherited a name that was already ancient. Centuries later, when great personalities appeared in Indian history and tradition, many of them carried the name Bharata. The brother of Lord Rama was named Bharata. The famous King Bharata, associated with Shakuntala and Dushyanta, also carried the same name. But in this narrative, these individuals did not create the name Bharat. They received a name that already held prestige, meaning, and ancestral significance. The name had already become associated with a people, a civilization, a cultural identity. This is why ancient rituals and traditional invocations often refer to the land as Bharata Varsha. Even today, during many sacred ceremonies, the phrase Bharata Varsha is still spoken, a practice that has continued for generations. So why did the name survive when countless ancient names disappeared? The answer is surprisingly simple. Because Bharat was never the name of a single ruler. If it belonged to one king, it would have vanished with his kingdom. If it belonged to one dynasty, it would have disappeared when that dynasty fell. Instead, Bharat became the identity of an entire civilization. An identity carried through traditions, through stories, through rituals, through language, and through cultural memory. Empires came and went. Foreign rulers arrived and departed. Political boundaries changed again and again. Yet the name Bharat remained, because it lived not in palaces or monuments, but in the minds and traditions of millions of people. That is why the name survives even today. Not merely as the name of a country, but as the continuation of a civilizational identity that, according to ancient traditions, stretches back to the earliest chapters of human history. Whether one accepts this account as history, tradition, or cultural memory, one fact remains undeniable. For thousands of years, generation after generation continued to call this land by the same name, Bharat.